Hey guys, welcome back, John Megacycle here, another episode of Startopia. Continuing on, Mission 5, the Turakken Committee. The Turakkens are the ones responsible for research, which I mentioned a couple of missions back, and I'm really excited to see these guys are now part of the party. So without further ado, let's let Val tell me what's what. Alright. Regular deal, energy collector. Get this going on.
The Turakken Committee would like to use you in a more creative manner. You have the task of setting up a research facility on board this station. As you will see, basic facilities have been provided. As soon as these are built, Turakken scientists will be dispatched to the station. You can, of course, hire additional scientists at your own discretion if you choose.
Fantastic. Cannot wait. Gonna hire the whole lot of them. Let's do our usual formation here. Power booster there. Port, whatever, somewhere central located is good. A berth, let's do that last, since that's customizable. Let's do, sure, recharger there, Lavitron here, Dino mat, very close, and then the berth fairly close as well. Now, I don't mind putting in some gaps considering we'll be able to do research now, so that's going to allow me to add some extra structures and features, so I kind of want to leave a little room for those. I kind of did this a little foolishly. I'm noticing. That's okay. Let's do something like this. Berth is just one of those facilities I only like to really build one of, so we're just going to crank up some slumber pods. Fairly cheap for 500, and we've got some resources. It's just one thing I just don't want to build again, so there. That takes care of that nicely. And I'm sure we get to expand both ways if we need. Do we get our other decks? Yes, we do. Fantastic. Oh, I can't wait for that third deck. And if you're not familiar with this game at all, I'm not going to tell you what's on it. It's a surprise. So maybe you can guess, but this has been the industry deck so far, this has been the pleasure deck, and then I'll let you figure out what the third one is.
The Turakken Committee is delivering laboratory technology as we speak. Unpack the technology crates and get to work building some laboratory facilities. There's no time to lose.
Let's see here. Let's do something like that for a lab. That's enough to get us started. For each lab, there's an analyzer, which you'll build, and that's what actually gives the Turakkens the orders on what to build. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4 workbenches and a door. That should be enough to get us started.
The laboratory is where Turakken scientists research new technologies and improve existing ones. Each lab supports a single analyzer. You place items to be researched into this. So get to work building one right away, but watch your budget. Overspending could bring the whole thing to a halt, as you might not be able to hire enough scientists to work there.
Realistically, as long as I get a factory, I'll be okay.
Turakken scientists have been sent to work in your labs. If you expand further, additional staff will be made available.
Fantastic. So, it's exactly what Val said. The analyzer is used. You dump a bit of research on here, anything you want that's in crate form or even the scuzzers. Then the Turakkens take time, and using the workbenches and such, they figure it out and they improve your tech level.
A scientist has been sent by the Turakken Committee to work in your labs and is arriving via the port.
Ooh, very good skill. I'm happy with that very much. So now once we get a Ronadal or something, or a factory and some salt hogs, we can really start cranking out some cash. Cash, cash, cash. So what happens right now is we can take a look at our tech chart. Our tech chart has every base level and then question marks or little light bulbs after that, which is what we can study. So if we want to be able to build medical supplies, we just chuck a medical supply in the analyzer, it'll get researched, and then we can build it. After that, we might get the sick bay. After that, we get this. So you just use it to go up the chain. So same thing here. Litter, if we put litter in here, we'll get the next item, a litter bin. We put a litter bin in here, we'll get the next thing, and then the next thing, and you get the idea.
Now that you have a lab up and running, the Turakken Committee would like you to research as many technologies as possible. For each item you discover or reverse engineer, they will pay you a 10,000 E bonus. They expect you to learn the secrets of at least 20 technologies. Think you've got the brain power?
Heck yes. You hired. I saw another Turakken around here. I don't remember where. So, by also reverse engineer, even if it's not part of our tech tree, so let's go back here. Let's say... I think this one right here is the security scuzzer. We don't know it yet, so we'd be reverse engineering it. So we buy a security scuzzer, we figure it out, bam, 10,000 bucks.
Anything that can be beamed into your pattern buffer can be researched.
Okay.
Why not try researching something simple first, such as a food or ore crate? These can be purchased from a Rona, I believe. Not even he can rip you off too badly with these sort of items.
A Rona, yeah. Well, I'm not a scientist, as you know, but I do have some equipment you may be interested in.
Very good. I'm happy to hear that. So, we could buy one of each and really start working with it. Let's do a very simple example of medical supplies, okay? We have medical supplies. If you've seen before, we had a factory. We couldn't produce medical supplies, and right now it's a blank. We're just going to dump this in here. After a while, what should happen is in the tech chart, this light bulb will start to light up, which will give us like an idea of progress. And then what will happen is we'll be able to build the medical supplies. Now, if we keep dumping more medical supplies in here, the little number right here is the tech level. It can go all the way up to 9, like I kind of mentioned before in the other mission, making it cheaper for us to make the product ourselves if we so chose. So, we're going to go ahead and bust this open. Pretty soon I'm definitely going to want a factory, some salt hogs, that sort of a thing. We can start producing this stuff. So even if you have something as simple like, let's say, a litter bin, and if you noticed before what we were doing is we were buying them at like $3.20 and selling them for $6.50. If we could make them even cheaper, that's a really good profit margin for something we can just start really churning out.
A scientist has been sent by the Turakken Committee to work in your labs and is arriving via the port.
Are you any good? Ugh. All dedication, no loyalty, like... Okay, so litter is an item. With the litter, that'll give us the litter bin. Let's just do this one more time so you guys get the idea. We understand litter, that's why it's solid and it's not like a light bulb. This is litter bin, we don't understand it, so we have to research litter to get up there. Now actually, one more point. When it forks off like this, there's a random chance it could go either direction, I believe, or it'll do this one first, and then it'll go to the other one. So we actually will have to research the hardware supplies 3 times.
Don't forget to build some recreational facilities for your scientists. Even eggheads have to relax.
I don't understand you people of science, but I do know I can help you out with some hardware if you like.
Now, the thing with the Turakkens, I believe they're most attracted to sirens. So let's see, let's do a music shop. Let's get started with that first. Now, so we'll want a love nest and all that stuff eventually, but for right now, this will at least get us something to get started with.
You have discovered a new item that's worth 10,000 E from the Turakken Committee.
Very good. So here's litter. That'll be another 10,000. So what we researched is medical supplies. We'll get a little note here.
Researched your first item. Well done. You have the makings of a fine scientist.
Aw, shucks. You're just saying that to all the new scientist types. No, all loyalty, no science, or no skill. Dedicated to a cause you don't fully understand. So now what makes this really simple is once we do get our factory online, we'll be able to produce medical supplies and then dump it in here, and then whatever it says, we can just keep producing over and over and over and over again, making it cheaper. So the science
have discovered a new item.
That was fast.
That's worth 10,000 E from the Turakken Committee.
Litter bin. So the science and real industry really tie in. So now we understand litter bin. If we put a litter bin in the analyzer, we will get Lavitron. So now what you'll see is corridor items. Now we can start building all these things. So now I'm building a litter bin. I'm just going to throw this in here, and as we research it, it gives us the hard plans. So now we'll get Lavatron out of this, and then we won't need to buy the tech. That's really how this all works. So even if we don't have a lot of these traders, we should still be able to get a lot of the good resources. Again, factory, which is what I need. So that actually begs the point. See, look at that. Now it's already like a yellowish, kind of a tannish. That kind of gives us an idea of how far it is. So actually, come to point, how far do we have to get to a factory? Industrial materials.
I don't understand you people of science, but I do know I can help you out with some hardware if you like.
Okay, very good. So hardware, supplies, mineral ores, these are all good. Oh, industrial materials. And see, you can tell we're not going to be able to trade with anyone else because he's actually giving us a good deal. So let's see here. What was it again? Is it industrial? Industrial materials gets us factory.
A scientist has been sent by the Turakken Committee to work in your labs and is arriving via the port.
Fantastic. Researchers have developed
Researching
Lavatron.
industrial crates may well lead to a breakthrough in manufacturing.
Val, thanks for paying attention. There's our industrial. Okay, so now we have Lavatron. So see, now this research has given us this new opportunity. So now we can just build it whenever we want. We don't have to wait for the crates, and we don't need to have them available from a dealer. Even more keen to point, again, you research it more than once, the price comes down. So you can start selling whole structures, and actually, when you play with other players, you can take it to an auction house. So if you can make something that everyone needs, like let's say a power booster, or a recharger, or a port, or even a dynomat, or whatever, you can make it at a really low price, put it for auction. If someone can't make it and needs it, but can still make a deal instead of buying it from Dahl, it works out. I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen a whole lot of grays so far. Okay, more interestingly, I want to make sure that the Turakkens are taken care of. So what do we need for a love nest? Okay, so there's our factory. That'll give us a bench. Whoop-de-doo. Is it luxury goods? Oh, here we go. Luxury goods. Love chair. Okay, so we need luxury goods. So next time Arona shows up, we'll buy those.
Arona here. Oh, I'm not a scientist, as you know, but I do have some equipment you may be interested in.
May I suggest you make discovering the Siren Love Nest a priority? If you don't, you'll have a multitude of lovesick scientists. Not a pretty sight. Except to each other, possibly. Anyway, I believe luxury items would be a good avenue of research.
Seriously, in this whole series, that's like the 19th time I've said something to you guys, and then Val comes on and says, if I can make a recommendation,
You have discovered a new item that's worth 10,000
yeah,
each
got it,
from the
thanks.
Turakken Committee.
Okay, so we got this.
Although most facilities can be constructed directly via transporter technology, some items need to be constructed in a factory. If you want to build some of your new discoveries, you'll need to build a factory and hire some salt hogs to work there.
There we go, factory, fantastic. Let's get this started immediately, and I want to make sure we have enough room for a couple of cargo holds. So we'll be able to put 2 over there, that's good enough. So here's this. Let's get our salt hogs hired up. Come on, give me something good. Not good. We're gonna hire Scout. Oh wait, no, hang on. I have all these guys highlighted. Oh, we only have 1 salt hog we can hire. Lame. Lame to the sauce. Okay. Well, hopefully, I think it works as once the factory is built and there's possible work for salt hogs, more will show up. I could be very
A
wrong on
scientist
that.
has been sent by the Turakken Committee to work in your labs and is arriving via the port.
Ooh, it looks like science. Huh. Be really funny if the letters actually spelt something. Yeah, I'll hire you. Just because I want to get some production going. So, basic cargo. So here's our medical supplies. Luxury goods, industrial materials. Let's see, what did I want to start making right away? I kind of totally forgot.
You have discovered a new item that's worth 10,000 E from the Turakken Committee. The Turakken Committee reports that anti-technology activists have been seen in this sector recently. Be alert. I suggest getting some security measures in place just in case they try to disrupt your work.
What in the heck is an anti-technology activist?
I don't understand you people, son, but I
doesn't
do
even
know
make
I
any
can help
sense
you
to
out
say
with
out
some
loud.
hardware if you like.
Okay, very good. Let's just do research of whatever the heck that was. Let's get luxury started to produce. Let's get 4 ready up. And then I also want to know what it takes to make a cargo hold. Oh, so we do have the Love Facility, I think? No, I wasn't talking to you. Love Nest, yep. It sounds bad on paper. Or maybe it sounds good on paper. I'm not sure, but thank goodness we're in space. Might take some serious
You have
convincing to get
discovered a
zoned
new
for this
item
somewhere else.
that's worth 10,000 E from the Turakken Committee.
Okay, very good. Now, I want to find out cargo hold. Love Nest, Disco, Music Shop. Okay, so I do want the Music Shop. And I'm sure this is building. I don't see anyone in it. That doesn't make me feel great. Yeah, ouch. Okay, get some more security dudes. Good dedication, no loyalty. Do we have any sirens even on deck? No, there's none on deck. So you wanted me to build a love nest and I can't even use it. Sweet. It's almost just as important we just keep these guys busy. Now, if you don't give them something to do, they'll randomly improve some research. But I'd rather just keep, like, litter. I think if you keep researching litter, less of it'll show up. I could be wrong about that.
I've got hold of some scientific hardware which I'd love to pass on to you. It's top quality stuff. Have a look.
Okay, so we want another one of those for music shop. What is this? Mineral ores, bench. I think we get a general store after that.
A scientist has been sent by the Turakken Committee to work in your labs and is arriving via the port.
Okay, but actually now that we have litter research, let's go ahead and do litter bins and lamps and all this other crap that we researched. Hey, our first production. Awesome.
You have discovered a new item that's worth 10,000 E from the Turakken Committee.
Music shop, fantastic. And what was this one? Was this a general store? No, it was a music shop, okay. So let's see, what's next? Yeah, why not? It's 10,000 E, I'm not gonna cry too hard.
You have discovered a new item that's worth 10,000 E from the Turakken Committee.
What happened to the item I just put down? Okay. Maybe I'm a little tired. I think I just lost an item. Okay, bench. Bench. build, and then you just do this. You warp it in, put it down. Fairly straightforward. So what does bench give us after that? Corridor lamp, okay. Well, at least it's something. Factory, oh, factory gives us cargo hold, okay. So here's how this is going to work. We'll build a factory, and then we'll just pack it back up. Now, if we had a starport, and we were dealing with a lot of the races that have the manufacturing bit, this would be a lot cheaper.
But I do know I can help you out with some hardware if you like.
Okay, nothing for right now. We'll see. So now as they're going around, they just improved the cost of the analyzer without me telling them. So that's actually really handy. So let's see, we need more industrial materials. That'd be the next thing. And 2 more luxury goods here. Can't wait to sell these. And the cargo hold's really going to help with that. So we only had to research 20... Was it 20? And we're already halfway there, just about. So once this factory is constructed, we'll pack it right up and put it away. Built. Demolish. Here's this. There's that. Okay, siren, hello. Zeros across the board. Youch. Yeah, nothing. Okay, after that we'll get cargo hold, and then we'll be able to dump in whatever this is, industrial materials, and that'll give us Scuzzer Mark 1, and then that'll give us all the other Scuzzers.
A factory has completed its production.
Very good. Okay, so what's next on the
You
agenda?
have discovered a new item that's worth 10,000 E from the Turakken Committee.
Let's see. Hardware supplies. We need 2 of those.
You just researched your 10th item. You are exactly halfway to completing all the research necessary.
So there's that. Very good cargo hold. So now we can go ahead and start storing this stuff proper. Let's do that. And I don't think I'll need a second.
Hello there. I've got hold of some scientific hardware which I'd love to pass on to you.
Yeah, see, now he's not buying anything for me.
Quality stuff. Have a look.
So the only way for me to really maintain any sort of economy is to try to research the pleasure deck and make sure that we've got that filled up. Otherwise, this is going to be really shortchanged.
You have discovered a new item that's worth 10,000 E.
Okay, so me mass producing a ton of a product, this is going to make a whole lot of sense. But we have Scuzzer Mark 1, so there's that. So what we can do is we can start producing these things much cheaper, and then we can start researching other Scuzzers. So let's see, hardware supplies, that's fine. Yeah, I think we only still have the 2 Scuzzers we started with anyway. Uh-oh, criminal somewhere. Is everyone just running to this corner for no reason, or what? I heard a siren, and then everyone ran over here, and then nothing happened. Cracker Jack stuff. Okay, so we need hardware supplies. Oh no, what are we researching? Okay, so I don't know. Well, that's just researching industrial materials again. So the Scuzzer will be next, and we'll need to research the Scuzzer 3 times. So, droids, Scuzzer. Let's get a few of these, because I'm going to want one or two just to deploy. And do we still have any real visitors for Salthog? Because this manufacturing stuff's taking forever. There we go. Yes, you're hired. No one else really good. Ouch. Got served. Okay, I can't pull that back out, so it looks like it has to finish research until I can do anything with it. How's everything up here? Looking nice and tidy? No sirens yet, I'm sure. Hey, look at that! You are hired. What's your deal? Very good. Well, this is kicking off. I think I'm going to pause this right here. I'm sure the difficulty is going to jump a bit. So thank you guys for watching. Just going to pause this here, and I will see you guys next time.